Ladies and gentlemen, the Democrat National Convention isn't just a gathering, it's a train wreck in slow motion. From cocaine scandals to delegates getting robbed at gunpoint in the streets of Chicago, this convention is exposing the true face of the Democrat Party. But it gets worse. As Kamala Harris prepares to accept her coronation, the desperation in the air is palpable. So buckle up, folks. What we're about to take you on is a wild ride through the DNC's House of Horrors. Now, check this out. Are you listening? Well, the Democrats fumble at their convention. Smart investors are making moves. Let me introduce you to World Copper Limited, a company sitting on a potential gold mine, or should I say copper mine, with 7 million tons of copper waiting to be processed. We're talking about a potential revenue of over $200 million. As the world shifts to green technologies, copper demand is only going up. Don't miss this opportunity. Check out WCU on the TSX Venture and WCUFF on the OTC. Remember, always do your own research before investing, and you can check out the presentation by clicking the link in the description. So we're going to take you back into the DNC now. And Donald Trump weighing in on Elizabeth Warren's speech. Pocahontas is speaking at the DNC. She used her fake Indian heritage to scam the system. Her mother told her she had high cheekbones and therefore she was an Indian who would use this hoax on applications everywhere it worked until she got caught. Yes, we all remember that. The Fire Marshal, State Fire Marshal, has threatened to shut down the DNC. Chicago Contrarian posting just an hour ago that we've learned the DNC handed out too many tickets for the final night, and now the UC has become, the United Center has become overcrowded. The Marshal has demanded the DNC remove some attendees. Now, there was some talk about a high-profile guest today. Some people actually thought it was going to be George Bush giving a speech. Mitt Romney weighing in. Contrary to the fake news, I am not the surprise guest at the DNC tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if he was. My guess is it'll be Beyonce or Taylor Swift. And I think we're learning also Beyonce is performing. So the speakers list today included Elizabeth Warren, the Chicks, formerly the Dixie Chicks, Gretchen Whitmer, Mark Kelly, Gabby Giffords, Roy Cooper, Maura Healey, Tammy Baldwin, Alex Padilla, Adam Kinzinger, the turncoat, Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, Justin Pearson, Joe Neguse, Maxwell Frost, and Lucy Macbeth, Leon Panetta as well. So that was the lineup today that we learned about. And Rod Blagojevich weighing in just a few hours ago about the Democrats no longer prioritize the needs of working people.
It's a party that's controlled by snobs and elitists who are very wealthy, who've run away from the working class and poor people that they claim to be for. If I'm a working guy and I'm looking at this party and I'm thinking about the high cost of everything, I'm saying, you know what, bring down the cost of the price of my gas and I'll worry about my own vasectomy myself. Their priorities are upside down. It's a party I don't recognize.
It is a party
that's controlled by a snob.
Here,
a wristband to get inside.
James O'Keefe infiltrating the DNC today, wearing a mask.
Use actblue.com to make the donation. If we could maybe have that money transferred through all these different people to make more of an impact, because it seems like that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah. So any questions you have, you can send to support.
Have you heard of James O'Keefe? O'Keefe Media?
Yeah, I'm in the old school.
Hi, how you doing?
Can we leave out?
What's the issue? What's the issue?
You guys seem to be harassing her. She asked for help.
Well, how am I harassing her? Are you gonna? Can I ask you some questions? Are you gonna vote for Harris?
All right.
No, as soon as I started asking them questions, they ran away. This is the new technique. I'll just ask questions. People run away.
Confronting Act Blue at the DNC. Make sure you check out his latest. So we've got, we found our guest speaker. Yes, it is going to be the Dark Lord Satan himself giving a few words. He's reported to be speaking in support of Harris Wall's ticket, surgically transitioning as early as possible. Oh, goodness. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Juanita Broadwick. Don Lemon says George Bush may be speaking at the DNC. And here's Don Lemon weighing in.
I'm sure you guys have read all the headlines, all the stuff on social media about who's going to be at the DNC. Is it going to be Beyonce? Is it going to be Taylor Swift? Here's what I hear from sources. If it's going to be anyone, it would be Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and George W. Bush speaking. Those would be the heavy hitters, and it could happen. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Now, everyone was trying to figure out what happened today with Nancy Pelosi. Something fell out of her pants, and one Twitter user, ex-user, said a bag of what appears to be cocaine fell out of Pelosi's pants as she was entering the stage for her speech at the DNC convention. Now, personally, I don't think that looks like that would be quite a bit of cocaine, so I don't believe that that's what it was, personally. Maybe some notes. It's really hard to tell exactly what happened. Tissue paper, perhaps. And it looks like it came from her leg. Like, what, do you have a hole in your pocket and it fell all the way down? I mean, that's just crazy. But that's what everyone's asking. Texas Democrat delegate in town for the convention gets robbed at gunpoint in downtown Chicago. Drew Hernandez, a member of the Texas Democrat delegation in town for the party's convention, was robbed at gunpoint, according to CWB Chicago. And here's something that was interesting. Apparently these posters have been spotted all around Chicago. Let it all hang out, Chicago. Let it all hang out. The revolutionary communists are out tonight as well. And Mike Lindell. We got something from Mike Lindell as well here. I want to play that too. Everyone wanted to see what he looked like without his mustache. And here he is with Ben Berquam trying to determine which bathroom he should use, right? Because they're just gender neutral. Anyone can use it. Yesterday we reported on a veteran who was confronted for carrying an American flag at one of these rallies. And here he is. He was assaulted yesterday for having the American flag. He's out proudly waving it again and giving a speech.
Not foreign flags. Talking about a complex on the issues here in our community. Black and white communities are struggling. Workers in this country are struggling. Communities are struggling. They want to sit here and talk about
American workers are with the Palestinians.
Talk about our nation.
We do not want to fund the Israeli-foreign conflict anymore. We want the money serving our communities, like the community here in Chicago.
Yeah, just an overall circus all around happening at the DNC. This was great. I want to share this with you. This is a recap of the DNC so far.
So joy. Welcome to the Democratic National Convention 2024. We are just so joyful. So much joy. So much joy.
We hate Trump. We hate him so much.
Joy. Joy. That is our mantra. Trump, Trump, Trump. Everything in the country right now is going great, and you want another 4 years of this. Abortion is awesome. Our platform is just to give money away until we run out. If anyone here would like an abortion, just feel free to step outside to the mobile unit out back. Free abortion. I don't think we've told you enough how much we hate Trump. Trump, Trump, Trump. We are having such a party here. We are so joyful. It's okay for us to have multiple homes, but we're suspicious of anyone that takes more than they need. Joy! Joy! We have a lot of celebrities here. And they can really relate to the common everyday needs of your average American. Trump is a horrible human being. The other side is evil. It's really time to stop the division and come together in unity. Free vasectomies! Again, out back, mobile unit, if anybody wants to, The other side is just so weird Again, we just need to love each other despite our differences. We're not going back to a secure border, lower inflation, lower cost of living. Joy!
The conservative mama posting that. Just a circus. All around circus at the DNC. Here we have the pro-Palestine protesters screaming F the DNC, disrupting outside of the VP Harris and Biden fundraiser at the Chicago Cultural Center. I need to get a horn like that. I like that. Okay, enough of that. There's a good clip here that Ben Berquam posted. Here it is. Brian, this is about 3 minutes. Let's put this full screen for everybody so they can get the full effect. Ben Berquam, Democrats voting for Trump must watch. Kamala Harris set to be installed as the Democrats' presidential candidate after Joe Biden was kicked to the curb. I run into black Democrat voters for Trump in downtown Chicago. Let's go full screen.
No, we're not. We've got some of the former Democrats that are MAGA Trump supporters now.
Yes.
That's it right here.
Trump supporters.
Trump supporters in Chicago. Right here. I love that. What do you guys think about Kamala? What do you guys think about Kamala coming out here and expecting your vote, taking it away from Joe Biden? Are you guys buying this crap anymore from the Democrats?
No, we're not.
Not buying it.
Not buying it. Not buying it.
I love it. Awake, not woke out here. That's it. There it is. They're awake in Chicago. What's the number one issue that made you make the change? Yeah.
Kamala Harris, there was a man on death row when she was in California. He found innocent, but she wouldn't let him go.
Wow.
She wouldn't let him go.
A man on, I want to make sure everyone heard that. A man on death row in California found out to be innocent. She wouldn't let him go. Wow.
She wouldn't let him go.
Illegals? Illegals, big issue here. Anybody else? Illegals? Economics? Illegals? Yeah. Anyone else? Any jobs?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
The big one is the immigrants.
Yeah. That's it.
That's real big.
Taking over our neighborhoods, everything. I ain't got nothing against it.
Yeah, just come legally.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
And don't take our money. This is what I don't understand. You got people in poverty. You got Democrats running this city for 60 years, not doing anything, and then you bring in all these new people to take away.
And they giving all the benefits to them.
Say that again?
They giving all the benefits to them.
Crazy.
But you got people living in tent city up north.
That's right.
They won't get them housed.
They won't give them house. Homeless veterans, homeless Americans.
And it's hard for us to get jobs. And I don't
Say
do
that
nothing.
again?
It's hard for us to get jobs now.
That's it.
It's hard for us to get jobs.
You're competing with them.
Yeah, and they getting all the jobs. And I've been staying. I grew up, born and raised there. I ain't did nothing.
Unbelievable.
And I've been trying to get jobs for the longest.
Yeah.
For real.
What's your name?
David.
What's your last name?
English.
David English. What kind of work are you trying to get?
I've been doing factory work. I was working at Alpha Bakery for one, and I got railroaded about it up for nothing.
All right, do me a favor, guys. If you got a job opportunity, tell me your name again.
David English.
David English in Chicago. Hit me up. Send me a direct message. I'm going to put this on social media. David English. Hit me up. My email is ben@frontlineamerica.com. You guys can hit me there. And I'm going to get David's contact information, and we'll get you guys connected. So if anyone's got a job out there in the Chicago area that doesn't want to give it to an illegal, that wants to give it to hardworking men here in Chicago, whether you're a factory owner, anything else, guys, give me a holler. And look at this. God bless you, brother.
Same thing.
God bless you, man. That's it. Jobs for American citizens, not for illegals. Help our own inner city, not people coming in from others. Stop lying to the people. That's the bottom line. Stop lying to the people. God bless you guys. All right, stay tuned. The DNC's ending today. We got to end Kamala's reign. Get President Trump back in there. We got people awake here in Chicago, waking up to it, in the very heart of Chicago. Stay tuned.
Ben Berquam on the scene. Good stuff right there. From the streets of Chicago. You're hearing it directly. And here is another quick interview with Kamala supporters who don't know anything about her policies.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
Her being president.
That's your favorite policy position?
Oh, yeah.
How so?
Because it covers everything that she defends.
I'm really excited for her to restore reproductive rights across America.
How do you think she'll go about doing that?
I don't know.
What a fun question.
I don't know. I'm picking and choosing. I mean, I really like most of them.
So you have to look at it broadly, right? It's about what she stands for right now.
What's your favorite of Kamala's policies?
I'm trying to think. Well, actually, more of like, well, you know what, Waltz comes in.
All of her policies, everything from I'm non-binary, and so all of the policies for basic human rights to have our own bodies and do with them as we please, you know.
Her willingness to move forward on affordable health care.
How do you think she'll do that as president?
I think she'll work to motivate the legislature to vote in favor of it.
As like her as a person, just like tops out any policy. I really admire her.
Great, thank you both so much. Be up for a quick interview?
Yeah.
Oh, but should we remind you of how the press was treating Kamala Harris just a short while ago?
Rating of any vice president. Well, there are polls that also say I have great approval ratings.
Swing voters don't like Harris. How big a drag is Kamala Harris on the ticket?
She's a pretty big drag. I think she was arguably Biden's worst political decision.
They don't like her. There's lots of reasons they don't like her.
Kamala Harris's approval rating is now at 28%, which is an historic low for any modern vice president.
We're hearing it from mainstream media, one outlet after another, one leak after another. That Kamala Harris is the worst vice president ever, the worst politician ever.
We don't see the vice president. What people are saying to me, and I'm sure they're saying it to you, where's the vice president? Some White House officials are feeling that she came off looking unprepared for inevitable questions about when she might visit the southern border.
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
The point that Lester Holt was making was obvious to anyone else who was watching this interview, which is that the issues at the border are inextricably linked with the portfolio that she's been given.
The border is secure. We have a secure border.
Bidenomics is working. Prices have gone up. And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up.
He picked Kamala Harris to be his running mate. She was ranked and is ranked as the most liberal senator in the United States Senate. So he could have gone the other way, but he went to the left.
Joe Biden is running for re-election, and I will be his ticket mate. Full stop. Full stop. That's it.
His ticket mate, Kamala the Terrible. And here is...
How does it feel to sell out America? Did they pay you to do it, or did you do it just to spite President Trump because he fired you? He's one of the first ones that should be on that retribution list, along with the Soros DAs and judges.
So that's a recap of the last day of the DNC as the dust settles on this debacle. One thing is crystal clear: the Democrat Party is in free fall. They've abandoned working Americans in favor of radical ideologies and failed policies, but here is the silver lining, folks. Their implosion is our opportunity. It's a chance to reclaim our country, to put America first once again. So as you watch the circus unfold, remember, 2024 is not just an election year. It is a moment to save America.